Good morning, students. How are you? I hope all you are fine and studying well. Now, let's continue our chapter number 7, Gupta Empire and other rulers. So, in past video, you learned about the administration of the Gupta age and economic condition of the Gupta period and about the Chandragupta II Vikramaditya. Now let's see religious status of the Gupta period. How were the religious status of the Gupta age? Let's see. Hinduism and Indian culture are seen in the full upswing during Gupta age. गुप्त एज के दौरान हिंदू और इंडिया का कल्चर हमें इस एज के दौरान में देखने को मिलता है. द गुप्त एम्परर्स गेव अ वैष्णविज्म द स्टेटस ऑफ द स्टेट रिलीजन. गुप्त एम्परर्स गिव्स अ विच स्टेटस गिवन वैष्णविज्म. एज अ रिजल्ट विष्णु एंड हिज अवतार्स Sri Ram and Sri Krishna were mostly worshipped at this time. वो लोग वैष्णव को ज़्यादा मानते थे, इसीलिए विष्णु के अवतार, विष्णु के कितने अवतार हैं? हाउ मैनी अवतार्स ऑफ द विष्णु? So there are 10 avatars of the Vishnu. Among them, Sri Ram and Sri Krishna is also Vishnu avatars. And they were mostly worshipped at this time. And Vishnu's wife Lakshmi became a very famous goddess. It was during this time that only Ramayana and Mahabharata as well as the Puran were recompiled. Even Srimad Bhagavad Gita became a very important text of this time. I hope all you are familiar about Srimad Bhagavad Gita. How many slokas, hymns in Bhagavad Gita? So there are 700 hymns in Bhagavad Gita. So one more fact I want to tell you. In how many period? How long period Srimad Bhagavad Gita told by Sri Krishna to Arjun? So in 45 minutes. How many minutes? In 45 minutes Srimad Bhagavad Gita told by Sri Krishna to Arjun. Sri Krishna explained in 45 minutes. Like Vaishnavism, Shivism also developed during Gupta age. In the south, Shiv saints were called Nainar, while Vaishnav saints were called Alvar in South India. Mahisasur Mardani, Miss Durga was a Hinduism goddess, was also quite properly worshipped here. The worship of Kartikeya is the son of Shiv, brother of Ganesha, also practiced during and Gupta age. Even besides this devotion, even Buddhism and Jainism also developed during Gupta age. Samudragupta was the protector of the Buddhism because Samudragupta adopted the Buddhism Dhamma. Mahayana and Hinayana cult of Buddhism also developed. महायान एंड हिनयान जो थे बौद्ध धर्म के ग्रंथ वो भी इसी समय में डेवलप हुए थे. नाउ लेट्स सी cultural condition during Gupta period. How were cultural condition during Guptism? Why Gupta period considered golden age of India? Because lots of cultural heritage sites developed in the Gupta age? Gupta age was culturally golden age of India. Many new languages developed during this age. Even so many foremost personality there were in Gupta period, like Kalidas, Skandaswamy, Hariswamy, Rani Vijaya, आर्यासुर वेर इम्पोर्टेंट लिटरेचर्स, वो साहित्यकार थे, वो भी गुप्त काल के दौरान हो गए. अमॉन्ग ऑल ऑफ देम कालिदास वॉज द बेस्ट, एंड कालिदास इज कॉल्ड शेक्सपियर ऑफ इंडिया. शेक्सपियर इज द इंग्लिश पोएट, बट कालिदास इज कंसिडर्ड एज शेक्सपियर ऑफ इंडिया. Taking story of Indian epics, and he wrote epic like Abhigyan Sankutalam, Raghuvansham and Meghdootam. इंडिया के जो महाकाव्य है उसमें से उन्होंने काफ़ी सारी रचनाएं की है. उसमें से एक है अभिज्ञान शाकुंतलम, रघुवंशम एंड मेघदूतम. गुप्त एज वॉज एरा ऑफ टेम्पल आर्किटेक्चर. उसके समय के दौरान टेम्पल आर्किटेक्चर का भी निर्माण हुआ था. लाइक विच वेयर टेम्पल आर्किटेक्चर डेवलप्ड इन गुप्त पीरियड. सो गोप इन गुजरात. व्हाट इज द गोप? गोप टेम्पल लाइक हिंदू टेम्पल. पार्वती टेम्पल ऑफ नचना कोठार ऑफ द टेम्पल ऑफ झांसी आर द फर्स्ट brick temples of India. The Gupta age marks the beginning of the temple architecture. The ideals of the Durga, Buddha, Krishna, Shiva were made in large number. So, supposed to ask the exam, what were the cultural conditions of during Gupta period? You have to write this answer. Then, condition of the science during Gupta age. Third, think about that. Science developed in the Gupta period till then better than today time, because foremost scientists existed in Gupta period named Aryabhatta, Varamir. Aryabhatta, do you know who is Aryabhatta? On the name of the Aryabhatta, Indian government launched India's first Indian satellite in 1975, named Aryabhatta satellite. Because Aryabhatta was the greatest mathematician in Gupta period. He created zero. He invented zero. So Aryabhatta and Varamiri were among the greatest scientists of this period. Aryabhatta discovered zero and decimal system. If you have you learned in mathematics decimal system? Varamir wrote important text named Brihad Samhita. Brihad Samhita is based on astronomy, which was written by Varamir. So Vagbhatta wrote a great text of Ayurveda. Vagbhatta, also we can call the doctor at that time. Vagbhatta wrote a great text of Ayurveda named Ashtadhira Samhita. During this time medicine developed for human as well as animals. Even medicine were also discovered in the elephant and horse. Chemistry also developed quite well. It is the best example of iron pillar of Mehrauli near Delhi, which was not corroded even today also. एक ऐसा स्तंभ है जहाँ पे अभी तक भी जंग नहीं लगा हुआ है. वो कहाँ पे स्थित है? वो दिल्ली में स्थित है. तो यहाँ पे खत्म होता है हमारा गुप्त पीरियड, और उसके बाद एक नया राज्य, एक नया राजा उभर के आता है, उसका नाम है हर्षवर्धन। सो बिफोर learn about the Harshvardhan, let's see one video about the Harshvardhan.
Harshvardhan. The downfall of the Gupta Empire in the middle of the 6th century brought about the breakup of the northern Indian kingdom into many small republics and monarchy states. Prabhakar Vardhan, ruler of Sthanaviswara Thanesar in present-day Haryana, was the first ruler of the Vardhana dynasty. He had two sons. The elder son Rajyavardhan, who ascended the throne after his father, and his younger son Harshavardhan. Rajyavardhan was deceived and murdered by King Gauda, at which point the young 16-year-old Harsha swore to take revenge. Harsha waged war against King Gauda and won the battle. Harsha was consequently crowned the new ruler. He first united the kingdoms of Thanesar and Kannauj and then went on to bring Bihar, Bengal and Odisha under his command. Harsha then moved towards the south only to be stopped by Pulakesi II of Vatapi. As a result, the Narmada became the southern limit of Harsha's empire. He was also an author of repute, having penned Sanskrit plays like Nagnanda, Ratnavali and Priyadarsika. Banabhatta, Harsha's court poet, wrote the Harsha Charitam, the first historical poetic work on King Harsha. Harsha's capital city, Kannauj, extended 6 to 8 kilometers along the river Ganges. He also had a systematic tax structure in place. 1/4 of the taxes went towards the administration of his empire. The rest was given away to charities and to further the arts and cultural endeavors in his kingdom. Later on in his life, King Harsha, a Shaivite by birth, became a follower of Buddhism. Under him, all religions and schools of thought like Jainism and Buddhism enjoyed freedom of expression. Harsha ruled ably for 41 years. With King Harsha's passing, the idea of a single kingdom ruling northern India disintegrated.
So guys, I hope you understand about the Emperor Harshvardhan video and understood the story of the Harshvardhana. So after the Gupta age, the kingdom of the Harshvardhan is considered as one of the important state of the ancient India. हर्षवर्धन का जो पीरियड है वो पीरियड पुराने काल में एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण माना जाता है गुप्त केश के पतन के बाद. सो ही बिलोंग टू पुष्यभूति क्लेन ऑफ द थानेश्वर. जो पुष्यभूति थानेश्वर का वो राजा कहलाता था, उत्तराधिकारी. Rajyavardhan and Harshvardhan were the sons of the Paparkavardhan. So Harshvardhan were the two brothers, Rajyavardhan and Harshvardhan, son of the Prabhakarvardhan. While his daughter was Rajashri, means they were three brother and sister, who was married to the king Kannauj Dhruvarman. राजा जी की शादी जो हुई थी वो कन्नौज के राजा ध्रुववर्मन से हुई थी. गॉड किंग शशांक एंड किंग ऑफ मालवा किडनैप्ड राजश्री एंड अटैक्ड ऑन द किंगडम, which created a major crisis. Rajyavardhan died while trying to save Rajyasri. In such an emergency situation, Emperor Harsh ascended the throne in 606 AD. He saved Rajashri. Not only this, he started his proper rule in both the state Kannauj and Thaneshwar. That is the emergence of the King Harsh. Harshvardhan was not last great emperor of the ancient India. He spread his empire in Magad, Odisha, Saraswat, God, मिथिला, in contemporary state. इन समकालीन जो राज्य थे वहाँ पे भी उसने अपना राज्य एक्सपांड किया था। मैत्रक किंग ध्रुवसेन, हुसैन मैत्रक किंग ध्रुवसेन was his son-in-law and Pulikashin too was the most powerful rulers in the north. So these all the incidents were after the Gupta age. In the battle of the Narmada between Harshvardhan and Pulikashin, in the battle of Narmada between Harshvardhan and Pulikashin, Harshvardhan was defeated. Harshvardhan was regarded as the powerful king in the north of the Narmada. Cultural contribution of the Emperor Harshvardhan is very important. The great Chinese traveler Huansung came to India during this time. The Huansung was Chinese foreign traveler. He stayed in his place. Harsh was devotee of Shiva and later became a great follower of the Buddhism. He organized religious conference under the presidency of Huansung. He placed idol of Buddha on mantle of the elephant and worshipped. A seminar was organized in Mahayana and Hinayan. Emperor Harsh had a passion for literature. वो एक अच्छा खासा उसके एक पैशन था हर्षवर्धन का लिटरेचर साहित्य के पीछे. Art and education. Great poet Banbhat associated with his court. हर्षवर्धन का जो राजकवि था वो कौन था? बाणभट्ट था. He had written a great volumes like Harshcharitram and Kadambari. And Kadambari and Harshcharitram was written by Banbhat in Sanskrit. Which language? Sanskrit language. Mayur Bhatt and Jayasuriya were also great poet of this time of Harsh. Emperor Harsh himself also was a high-ranking literary figure. He composed two plays called Priyadarshika and Ratnavali. Remember one thing, supposed to be asked in exam, the Priyadarshika and Ratnavali was written by Harshvardhan. Along with it, he also wrote a special play based on Jatak stories, Buddha named Nagananda. जातक कथाओं के ऊपर जो एक स्टोरी है बुद्धिज्म की, वो नागानंदा. He also written by the Emperor Harshvardhan. Harsh also formed friendly relation with the other countries. He sent delegation to China. Similarly, a Chinese delegation also visited India. In this way, Harsh was a high-ranking ruler, conqueror, administrator and literature. इन सब क्षेत्रों में उसने महारत हासिल की थी. He donated 100 villages to the sustain of नालंदा विद्यापीठ. और उसके दौरान नालंदा विद्यापीठ को रखरखाव करने के लिए उसने 100 गांव को दान किया गया था. That is why Harshvardhan considered as a great devotee in Indian history. So now then, after the Harshvardhan, Pulikeshi too comes to the throne of Ganjot. Among the contemporary king of Emperor Harsh's time, Pulikeshi too was also the most powerful of Chalukya king. Pulikeshi too was Chalukya king. He took the power from Rashtrakuts in Maharashtra and established state. उसने सत्ता कहाँ से हासिल की थी? मुंबई के महाराष्ट्र के राष्ट्रकूट थे, उनके पास से पुलिकेशी टू ने सत्ता हासिल की थी. पुलिकेशी टू रूल्ड फॉर ऑलमोस्ट 14 years. He even defeated Emperor Harsh He was great winner after defending Kadam, Gangas of Maheshwars, Mauryas of Konkan. Konkan area is a Goa area nearby. He received the title of Lord of the South. Who is known as the Lord of the South? Pulikeshin II. He also defeated Lat, Malaw and Gurjars. These all are area of Gujarat. He was the ruler of all the regions of Karnataka, Maharashtra and Konkan. Just like hers, he had also developed a relation with other countries. He had sent to one of his ambassador to Iran. Emperor Khusro II was his friend. Then during the Gupta period, the other state also existed in that time. At this time, other state included Pallavas of Kanchi, Gurjars, Pratihar of Rajasthan, Maitraks of the Valbhi, Gurjar in South Gujarat, Kharkhato of Kashmir, etc. Pallavas of Kanchi had become famous for their architecture and art. They built many temples of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh by cutting rocks. Pallav who built chariot temple on seashore. Pallavas who built chariot temple यानी रथ मंदिर बनाया है दरिया किनारे के पे, have increased India's cultural prosperity. Kalidas temple built in Kanchipuram can be considered as the best example of this time. One more thing I want to tell you. See the picture of these temples from internet and YouTube. You will really astonished by see these pictures and videos, because after the reading you can see the videos of these temples. It is a really great experience for you. So read a lesson one more time if you remember, otherwise you can't memorize this fact of this lesson. I hope you understand. So thank you and bye bye.